thank you for joining. I'm gonna wait for a few more people that I'm gonna be talking about my life today. As you saw by the title. I'm good, how are you? Okay, good. That's good that you're good. So we can just chat for now until more people join. I painted this mask yesterday after the live. Yeah. If I yawn, it's because I'm tired. Hi, Chloe. Thank you for joining back. I'm going to be talking about my life today, Chloe. So, thank you for joining. I'll start talking about it when we have 3 people. Because I don't want like everyone to miss out. Anyone have any questions in the meantime? Yeah, she was my favorite. It's okay. It was her choice though. It was her choice. And it was stressing her out, so. I'm glad that she found the way that she can stay at peace. Yeah, I'll miss her too. She made really good content. But she said she might come back after everyone forgets about the name. Hi! Okay, we finally have 3 people. Okay, so, hi, yeah. You were in my live yesterday. Oh my gosh, hi, 4 people. Ah! Okay, so, where should I start? What do you guys want to hear about? Oh my gosh, yay! Okay, everyone's joining. That's good, that's good. Okay. So, where should I start on my life? There's a lot I could talk about. Oh, I'm a furry, so I told him it was a furry mask. My family. Okay. So, on the topic of my family, I guess I should start where everything started and like how my mom started to like. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Thank you for joining back then. Okay, so about yesterday. I mean, not about yesterday. So when everything started with my mom, I was in not 6th grade. It was 8th grade. So 2 years ago. And I was dating a trans guy, a trans male. And my mom found out that we were dating, and she wasn't okay with it. And I had told her that we broke up because I loved this guy and I wanted to stay with him, obviously, and he wanted to stay with me. So I told her that we broke up, and then we went to a dance together. And I took a video on my phone of me kissing him, just for like a little fun and whatever. And then my mom decided to check my photos after the dance, and it was just all photos of me and him, like dancing, kissing, and like being together. And we had matching colors, like he had a matching purple suit to my purple dress. And yeah, and basically my mom saw the video, but she didn't see it without sound. So the fact that she didn't see it without sound was a very important thing to me, because if she saw the sound, I wouldn't be able to make up the excuse that I did. So I was just like, no, Mom, it was a dare, it was a dare, it was a dare. You know? And so, like, I told her it was a dare. And then that was when she first said to me that if I was gay, she would disown me. Well, actually, my dad said that, and it scared me, and I have not been the same ever since. And I think I struggle from a lot of low self-esteem from that moment, because I feel bad for being who I am. Yeah. So basically that happened, and then like I kept dating him, you know, because I was just like, it's okay. So basically I kept dating him because I liked him and he liked me. Well, we loved each other. And so then I got to 8th grade. No, not 8th grade. This was in 8th grade. I got to 9th grade, and we were still dating. We had dated over the summer. And, oh, wait. Oh, crap. I forgot to mention everything that happened over the summer. My bad. I'm really bad at telling stories. So, in the summer, we had no contact, because I didn't have a number on my phone, meaning that I couldn't text Android, Samsung, anything other than iPhone. And he had a Samsung, so I couldn't text him. So basically we found out that we could do Google Meets on my computer. And so we would email back and forth, and then we would do Google Meets every single night when my mom was asleep. And that's basically how we kept in contact. And then so, eventually, my mom found out, because my sister is a snitch, and she told her. She was like, she's contacting Lewis, which is his name, but no hate to him. Please don't attack him at all. Mom, she's contacting Lewis on her computer, and I'm saying she because I identified with she, her pronouns then. And my mom, she immediately came into my room and told me to sign into my computer. And I tried to refuse it, but she scares the crap out of me, and I'm like really intimidated by her. So, yeah, so I'm just like, okay. And then I log into my computer and whatever, and she goes through all of my emails and sees every single one of us talking and saying I love you and whatever. And she sees how many Google Meets I've been on. And then after that, she scolds me for being with him again. And I told her, no, we're just friends, like, we're just friends, which obviously wasn't true, but I didn't want to, like, be disowned, you know, so I told her all of this stuff. And so that happens all throughout the summer, and I just get scolded over and over and over again for just being with someone I love. And so we get to 9th grade, and in 9th grade, me and him were finally back together, like we were together in person, and it was going good for a while. Everything was fine. And then, it came to homecoming. And so, wait, no, we'll go with the homecoming game first. So the homecoming game, and me and Lewis go together, and we have lots of fun. And then I look behind me, and behind me is one of my friends from elementary. Well, friends. She was a fake friend, and I could tell. And so she's like all over, because I have my legs crossed over onto his leg, and she looks over at me and she's all like, oh, is that your boyfriend? And she said it in a way like, oh, I'm gonna take him away from you, because I knew she was that type of person, like she would always take guys from me and stuff like that. And so I'm just like, yes, and whatever. And then she asks for his number, and I'm just like, babe, don't give your number to her. And he's like, why? She seems so nice, and whatever. And like, I'm pretty sure she'll be a good friend. I'm like, I don't trust her. And so, that happens, but that's more of a backstory. Oh, you gotta go. Bye, Chloe. And so, then the next night was homecoming. And so we go to homecoming, and let me remind you, our 8-month anniversary was coming up the next day after homecoming. Or no, the weekend after homecoming. And so we go to homecoming and whatever, and like, what's it called? We dance and we have fun and stuff, and like we hang out with people we know, and like we take pictures and and yeah, so it was really cool. I liked homecoming a lot. And that was when I started to notice that he was starting to become a little distant and like uncomfortable with me. And I didn't think anything of it at the time, because I'm just like, well, he's in public, he's not really a PDA person. And so I was just like, okay, it's fine, whatever. So then, obviously I had a little strip of photos that I kept with me. Keep that in mind, because that comes in later. And so yeah, so I take that with me. Sorry about all the yawning, I'm really tired. So yeah, so then I go home and nothing happens. She doesn't find out about anything, because I hadn't taken any photos on my phone, just the one strip, which I hid in my backpack. And so, what's it called? So the weekend passes, and it's just me hanging out, whatever, and doing whatever on Saturday, and then on Sunday I go to church and whatever, which I hate that I don't mention to my mom. And then on Monday I go back to school, and I'm really excited to see Lewis. And I get to school early on Mondays. I get to school early on Mondays, so basically I'm there, and I wait a whole entire hour for him to come. And then I see him pop out from this little corner where you have to turn the corner to see me. And he walks out, sees me, turns around, and goes back. And there's a little area over there with trees and like planters and stuff that you can sit on. And I'm just like, what? Like, why? I'm like, maybe he forgot something in his car. I don't know. So I wait another 30 minutes to go and wait. And I go, and I'm just like, maybe he saw someone that he knew over there. I don't know. But why did he stay over there? I know he saw me. So I go, and I walk over there, and I walk up to him, and he's talking to our friend Sam. And Sam gives me this dirty look that I have never seen her give me at all. And I'm just like, what did I do? And then I see this letter that Lewis has for me. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, because he has letters. He used to write letters for me, like, all the time. And so I'm just like, okay, yeah, baby, is that for me? Like, that's what I said. And then he's like, yeah, but I'll give it to you when you leave for class. And you can't open it until you're in your classroom. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know why, but I was just like, okay, if he wants me to do that, then I'll do that, I guess. So I wait, and then we're pretty much just talking and stuff, and then the bell rings, and so I'm just like, oh, can I have the letter now? And he's like, yeah, but don't open it until you get to class. I'm like, okay. And so I go, and I get to class, and I open the letter, and I actually have the letter with me, so I'm gonna go get that. Okay, I have the letter. All of this stress with relationship has changed me a lot. I always worry if I'll do something wrong. I'm scared if I'm not perfect. I'm scared that I'll lose myself. I've been struggling with this shit for months, and I've been venting I've been wanting to end it for weeks, but I was scared that they would abuse me or hit me for leaving them. They're talking about me. They're like, because they were like extremely, this is all excuses, by the way. So I'm also just thinking I'm ready for, I also just think I'm not ready for a relationship now, which school and home are already being stressful. All of this has made me lose feelings for them. So I ask you, please don't talk to me. Well, love, I want to break up. I'm sorry, Rose. Lewis. So that was a breakup letter. And he has problems with his parents, so he always was worried that, and plus his exes and stuff like that, he was always worried that I would hit him, even though I had never did. I've never done that. And so when I read that letter and I found out that he wanted to break up with me, I started bawling in the classroom, and the teacher allowed me to go to use the restroom, and for the next 2 periods I was just crying. And after the first period, I knew his second period was PE. So I ran over there, and I hugged him, and I was like, babe, please, we can talk about this. Like, why are you breaking up with me, please? Because I literally loved him so much, and I really didn't want him to go. And so I was just like, please don't do this. And he didn't, he still wanted to break up. But I'm a very clingy person. I have attachment issues, so yeah. And so I spent the next 2 classes crying. And then for my 3rd period, his ex was in my class. And so I made friends with his ex. And she's actually a really nice person. But he told me that she wasn't. And at this point, I was mad at him, and I just didn't want anything to do with him. I did. I wanted to be back together with him. But I was really freaking mad. I was mad at him so much. And, so, months go by, well, 1 month goes by, and I meet this other guy, and his name is Angelo, and so I'm just like, okay, well, I guess a new friend then. And so over the time, I eventually developed feelings for him. And basically, when I developed feelings for him, I got more aggressive with him because it's been so long since I've had a crush on a biological male. So it was just like, I don't know what to do at this point. Like, I don't know. Like, shove him in the back of the head in a joking way. I don't know. But, yeah, so basically, I was just, like, aggressive with him, but, like, playful aggressive, not aggressive. So, yeah. And, I noticed over time that I was the only one that was pretty much allowed to hug him. It was, like, no one else. And so, in Spanish one day, he goes and he asks, he's like, do you have your eye on anyone? And I'm just like, well, I can't tell this dude that it's him, but I'm not gonna lie that I don't. And so I was just like, well, yeah, I do. And he's like, are they in this classroom? And I'm like, yeah, they are. And so I'm like, well, crap, I guess we're gonna play a game now. Because he's obviously gonna try and guess it. And so the seats were arranged in rows, like that, and me and his row were right here. And so he asked me, is he in this row? 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 And I said, maybe. All the other rows, no. Rows, no. His row, maybe. And so he's like, well, I'm going to take that as a yes. So it can be either me or Steven. I'm like, yeah. And so it gets to the next day. Because I'm like, I'm not going to tell you just yet. I'll ask him out tomorrow. And so the next day, we get into class. And he's like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. And I'm just like, probably wouldn't be that important then if he forgot it. Because I'm just like, thank goodness he forgot. And I was freaking out all day yesterday because I did not want to ask him out yet. Or, like, I wanted to wait for him to ask me out. And so, I promise we're getting back to family, like, later. I have to get through all of this so that we can go back to my mom. And so basically, it happens where halfway through class, he remembers again, and I'm just like, crap, what the heck do I do? I don't know what to do now. And so I'm just like, well, let me just, you know what, I'll give you a note and then run out of the classroom. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And he was like, no. You're gonna give it to my note, wait for my reaction, and then you can leave. And I'm just like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. What did I get myself into this time? Oh my God. So yeah. So then basically, I go and, what's it called? I write down, it's you on a little tiny piece of paper, which I know is so stupid. It's so stupid. I know. But I do that. And, I wait until the end of class, and then he, comes to me, and he walks out the door. Just plain walks out of it. And I'm just like, so he just left, and I'm good. I don't have to tell him. Oh my gosh, thank you. Like, thank goodness. Like, I'm so glad. And, so basically I'm just like, yes, oh my gosh, I don't have to tell him. Thank goodness. And so I walk out the door with all my stuff, and he's there holding the door for me. Could you imagine the shock on my face when I saw the dude that I did not want to see holding the door for me? And so, like, basically all through the building, when we're walking to our next class, he's like talking to me like, who is it? Like, just tell me. Come on. And when we get to the doors and are about to exit, I just yell on the freaking top of my lungs, it's you, okay? And so we just walk in silence for about 5 minutes until we get about to my next class. And so he's like, I kind of like you too. And I'm just like, all of this time, and you like me? You like me also? Like, this could have been so much more simpler. Like, it could have been so much more simpler. But no, I had to go the long way. I had to. But anyway. So, I go, and then he tells me this cringy pickup line, which he will never let anyone hear. But finally, he's not here to, like, cover my mouth. So, he tells me, you know the English alphabet? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, would you change anything in it? And I'm just like, well, I think it's perfect the way it is. I wouldn't change anything. And he's like, well, if I could change something from the English alphabet,